What's up, all day fam? So I want to give you my Monday Night Football recap real quick. So, of course, Monday gave us two different games. There is some speculation out there that it could be affecting the consumers about, what you're going to watch or whatever. Could be like a conflict, but I think if you have NFL Sunday Ticket, which is kind of expensive, that you probably won't have an issue watching both games, and they come on at different times, sort of, but there is a time when they're both playing at the same time. I always think it's kind of weird, but I get it. But anyway, so we all know that the Dolphins beat the Jets 27-21. There was a time in that game where I thought the Jets was going to come away with a win, but the Dolphins kind of had control pretty much throughout the game. And in Denver, the Broncos, they dominated. They just destroyed the Bengals. So let's break both games down real quick. Simple, direct, no fluff. So Miami came out aggressive on the opening kickoff. Malik Washington gave them good field position with a 34-yard return. Tua led a 10-play drive that ended with a Riley Patterson 47-yard field goal. Dolphins came up 3-0 early. And the Jets, they had a chance to take the lead, driving all the way inside the Miami's 5, but the first turning point hit. Corner Jack Jones stripped Braylon Allen at the goal line. Minkah Fitzpatrick recovered, and Miami kept the lead. Yeah, so I saw that play. That was kind of devastating because the Jets was about to score, and then they all of a sudden got a fumble. So that's a huge letdown because Justin Fields let them all the way down the field, and then you end up with a fumble. That's just. When you're that close by scoring, you have to be you got to be extra careful with the football. You got to protect the football. You got to think of the football like a baby. You can't be too careless and allow a turnover like that, a costly turnover like that, when you're at the goal line and you're about to score. That's just terrible. So then, right after that, Tua then marched the Dolphins 96 yards in a 15-play drive, eating almost 9 minutes off the clock. On 4th and down, he lobbed one to Darren Waller, who had a surprisingly pretty good game, in the back of the end zone for Waller's first touchdown as a Dolphin. That made it 10-0 in Miami. The defense struck again soon after. Linebacker Tyrel Dodson, he blitzed, sacked Justin Fields, and forced a fumble that Jalen Phillips recovered. Jalen Phillips is a pretty good player. I like Jalen Phillips. He's probably one of the few players on the Dolphins defense that I actually like. So that takeaway was number 2. The Jets finally got on the board late in the half with a 58-yard Nick Folk field goal. It was 10-3 at halftime. In the third quarter, Miami went back to Waller. He caught his second touchdown of the night, putting Miami up 17-3. Justin Fields answered right back with the Jets' best play of the night, a 43-yard scramble for a touchdown that cut it to 17-10. Yeah, I saw that. That was a really great run. Justin Fields turned into like a running back on that play. Justin Fields kind of almost is like a running back, to be honest. But Miami responded. Tua hit Jalen Waddle twice, and then Achane, who's a really good running back, I like Achane, powered through tackles on a 9-yard touchdown run. Dolphins was back in control at 24-10. Another key moment came on the kickoff after that score. Rookie safety Dante Trader Jr. forced and recovered a fumble, Miami's third takeaway, and that sealed the momentum. Patterson added a field goal to make it 27-13. The Jets kept it close late with Garrett Wilson, who had a phenomenal, beautiful catch. I love Garrett Wilson. I think he's such an underrated receiver. He runs some of the best routes in the game. He has some of the best hands, and he's not even that big, but he can get the ball, man. I love watching Garrett Wilson play. I'm a huge fan of him. And the thing about it is, he's been doing this with terrible quarterback play, to be honest. He's a great receiver. He's a really, really great receiver. He deserves more credit. And I think he's had 1,000 yards every single year he's been in the league, I think. So that's nothing to sneeze at with the quarterbacks that he had. So Garrett Wilson, if he's not top 5, he has to be top 6, 8, in my opinion. I watch him, and I like him. He's one of my favorite wide receivers, actually. And then so they converted the 2-point try, making it 27-21. Jets was making it a little interesting, but Waller recovered the onside kick, and Miami closed it out. So Tua, He was 17 to 25. These are your final stats. Tua was 17 to 25, 177 yards, 2 touchdowns. Waller 3 catches, 27 yards, 2 touchdowns. Achane 99 yards, 1 touchdown. Tyreek Hill 6 catches, 67 yards before leaving with a serious knee injury, which was gruesome. My prayers go out to Tyreek Hill. I hope he's better. I hope he comes back and bounces back. I hope his career is not finished. There's speculation out there that this could be a career-ending injury with Tyreek Hill. They saying that this is the same injury. What I'm hearing, this is the same injury that Marcus Lattimore had. And, not Marshawn Lattimore, Marcus Lattimore. Yeah, Marcus Lattimore, the running back that played for the 49ers. He came out of South Carolina. Man, I was so big on Marcus Lattimore because I thought Marcus Lattimore could have went down as one of the best running backs in NFL history. But he could never get it going because he had that serious injury. And what a lot of people don't get, though, is not understanding is that people are saying, oh, Marcus Lattimore had that injury and he was never the same. He never bounced back. And he had a career injury. But they're missing that Marcus Lattimore had that injury twice. He had the injury in college. He kept playing. He was fine. And then he got into the NFL. He never really was able to get his stride. But as soon as he was starting able to hit his stride, the injury happened again on the opposite leg. Same injury, opposite leg. So that was, after that, Marcus was like, you know what, that's it, I'm done. But I think even then, Marcus Lattimore could have came back if he wanted to. He was just like, I'm done. So I'm not a doctor, but I think people should stop saying it's a career-ending injury. Because Tyreek Hill, that was years ago. We got newer technology, newer medicine, like more, I don't want to say newer, more advanced technology, more advanced medicine, more advanced care. And Tyreek Hill is a dog. I think it depends on the player. I think it depends on the person. If anybody can come back from it, I believe it could be Tyreek Hill. I hear about how hard Tyreek Hill works, how hard he trains. I think he'll be completely fine. It's all mental. This game is all mental. Injuries is all mental. If you believe you can do it, if you can set your mind and your body to it, throw your whole soul at it, I think Tyreek Hill can be back next year. Not, starting next year. Start in the beginning of the season with a different team. I hope he leaves the Jets. I don't want to keep seeing Tyreek Hill's talent being wasted playing for not the Jets, the Dolphins. I don't want to see Tyreek Hill's talent keep being wasted by the Dolphins. I would like to see him play with somewhere else. Maybe the Chargers. Chargers need some elite weapons. Maybe, I don't know. Where else would I like to see Tyreek Hill go? Maybe he can go back to the Chiefs. I like Tyreek Hill. I'm a fan of Tyreek Hill. I'm rooting for him. I hope he can get it together. And there's one thing I want to say. I heard what Aqib Talib said about Tyreek Hill. I think that was one of the most dumbest things that really a former player will say about another player. Why would you make an example out of... Excuse me, my bad. Why would you make examples out of guys you played with? I don't think Aqib Talib played with Tyreek Hill, but it doesn't matter. They played in the same league. They played the same sport in the same league, pretty much almost in the same era. Why would you try to make an example out of Tyreek Hill given his personal lifestyle? You don't, bro, and given what Aqib Talib said, I'm assuming he doesn't even know Tyreek Hill because how he said it. So, bro, you don't even know this dude. And you're just going off what the media is telling you. And you're going to use what he says as an example for him having that gruesome injury. This is his life, bro. This is his lifestyle. I'm not talking about. I'm talking about football. That's his career, dog. You playing with this man's money, just playing with this man's career, playing with his job, his life, by trying to make him an example, saying what he's doing in his personal life. Oh, these football gods. And what the hell? What the hell does that even mean? Football gods. The hell with football gods, bro. people like me, we serve one God. We don't believe in all this stupid karma that you people come up with. Like, the hell with karma. Fuck karma. And fuck the football gods. Okay? Like, the hell with that crap. Like, how you gonna try to use somebody that you don't even know as an example based on their personal lifestyle and talk about football gods? Okay? Like, bro, like, there's one God and that's it. And you don't know, you don't know anything about if God all of a sudden decided to have Tyreek Hill have an injury based on speculation that the media tries to put out there. We don't know anything about that crap. We really don't. We don't know what was going on between those walls. We just know what the media was telling us. But I heard stories about you starting stuff, being a troublemaker off the field. So let's call a spade, bro. Like, so, like, don't sit here and try to get on somebody that you don't even know and try to use them as example for an injury. Like, I hate it when I heard Keith Tilley say that. Really, I don't like most of the stuff that comes out of Keith Tilley's mouth. Like, I've been kind of been watching the arena, and there's two people on there that just irritates me. Skip Bayless always irritated me. I don't even know why people even listen to anything that Skip Bayless says. Skip Bayless just talks out of his ass, and Akeem, to me, he's almost like a black Skip Bayless. Like, him and Skip agreeing on the same crap. Like, they both are bogus. But it's whatever, man. Freedom of speech. You can say whatever the hell you want to say, but I think it's stupid for you to say that. And I don't think it's stupid. I think it's disrespectful. Like, there was other two players on there. I can't remember that guy's name, the other player. Cody Kessler, and I can't remember the other dude's name. But I'm surprised none of them checked Akeem for saying that. Because it's like, bro, like, why would you, like, bro, injuries are serious. Injuries are serious, and why would you try to make that as an example? You know what I'm saying? Like, you're putting their life on the line. DeMar Hamlin nearly almost died on the field. You know, and like, come on, man. Well, so what about Marshawn Lattimore? It was the same injury. What do you mean we've seen that tackle so many times, bro? You acting like that injury happened. You act like he's the only player in NFL history, in football history, that ever had that injury. There has been so many injuries that's non-contact. Like, I just think that was completely stupid that the T League said that, and he should really apologize. He should apologize. He really should, because you don't know the man. I'm assuming that I'm assuming that he doesn't know the man for him saying something like that. We don't know what's going on in Tyreek Hill's life. We don't know what his girlfriend probably did or said. We don't know the situation, bro. So just shut the hell up, man. You know, like, stay in your own lane. Stay in your own walls. That's crazy. And I mean, whatever you say in your private life, whether it's to the people that you know, that's one thing. But for you to say that on television while it's streaming, you know what I'm saying? You're just doing nothing but just pushing more negative thoughts and energy and perspective on Tyreek Hill. He could be innocent for all we know, and he could be guilty. Who cares? It's none of our damn business. That's the problem. That's the point. It's none of our damn business. And you talking about, oh, if my sister or mom or whatever, domestic violence, bro, that's you. You don't have anything to do with what's going on with Tyreek Hill and his girl. That's the thing that pisses me off about people. They find the need to talk about and to interfere with other people's business. You don't know what's going on. You don't have all the facts. So if you don't have all the facts and you don't have all the data, and if you don't know these people, you should really just shut the hell up, because it's none of your business. And that's the problem with people nowadays. People always got something to say about somebody else. They don't know what the fuck is going on with their life. Shut the fuck up. Simple. Stay in your own lane. That's the fucking problem. If I was on that set, I would have straight up told KT Lead that, bro. I would have been like, bro, you like, what the fuck you know what that's going on in that man's private life outside of what the media's telling you? You don't fucking know. So you should shut the fuck up talking about somebody else. I would straight up told him that if I was on that set. I don't care. Like, I guarantee you, KT Lee probably would not have said that Tyreek Hill was standing right there in front of him. He probably would not have said that shit. Man, fuck a KT Lee, because he already be disrespecting Justin Herbert. So I was like, when I heard him telling that shit, I'm like, man, fuck. He played for the Broncos, so the hell with the Broncos anyway. I'm a Chargers fan. We don't like each other anyway. So fuck him and fuck the Broncos. Let's keep it pushing. But anyway, Well, I don't want to say disrespect the Broncos because, like, I don't want to be disrespectful to the entire Broncos organization. But I'm just saying, to help the Broncos because, they're rivals. But Aqib Talib, fuck Aqib Talib. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to disrespect a player like that, bro. That's that's messed up. You know what I'm saying? These are injuries, dog. Like, I never played in the league, but I played football. You know what I'm saying? And I saw how serious injuries were. There had nothing to play around well. You know what I'm saying? Talking about football guys, bro. Karma. What the hell with all that? Whatever. That pissed me off when I heard him say that. I'm like, come on, man. That's supposed to be like, you're supposed to be rooting for this dude. Like, these are your brothers, bro. Anyway. Like, let's say, like, Justin Fields. What'd I say? Justin Fields, 20 of 27, 226 yards, 1 touchdown. He had a costly fumble, 81 rushing yards, 1 rushing touchdown. Garrett Wilson. I love Garrett Wilson, man. 6 catches, 82 yards, 1 touchdown. Breece Hall, 111 total yards. So, linebacker Tyrel Dodson. Oh, yeah. So, linebacker Tyrel Dodson, the Dolphins, he said it's about creating momentum. That's what turnovers do. And we had 3 of them tonight. So, that's the. So, and then Jets head coach Robert Saleh. Jets head coach. No, not Robert Saleh. I'm tripping. But he was like, we can't fumble at the 1 yard line and expect to win games. Simple as that. So, yeah. All right. It is so game 2, Broncos Bengals. Not Robert Saleh. Why did I say Robert Saleh? I got Robert Saleh mixed up. Aaron Glenn. That's what he said. Okay. And, yeah, my fault, y'all. I had to make sure I had my facts straight. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I was just giving y'all some quotes about what some key players or key coaches said after the game. All right. So game 2, Broncos. You already know the Broncos blew out the Bengals 28-3. This one was one-sided from the start. Cincinnati actually opened with a 12-play drive, but it ended in just a 26-yard field goal by Evan McPherson. Bengals were up 3-0, and that will be their only points all night. So Denver's offense responded with balance and pace. Rookie quarterback Bo Nix threw 42 passes, completing 29 for 326 yards. Bo Nix had a pretty good night. He wasn't sacked once in the first half. The offensive line is holding up. I wish Justin Herbert would have an offensive line like that. But that's either here or there. Denver piled up over 300 yards before halftime. That's great, man. It's great. I mean, they click in Sean Payton. That's the Sean Payton effect. He's a hell of a coach. He's a Hall of Famer. A dagger came late in the second quarter. With 8 seconds left, Knicks fired a 20-yard touchdown to Cortland Sutton, making it 21-3 Broncos at the half. Denver's defense completely controlled the Bengals. Their pass rush smothered Jake Browning, holding him with under 50% completions. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins combined for 8 catches and 55 yards. That's sad. I feel sorry for him. Yeah, I feel sorry for him. Cincinnati never found the rhythm. Penalties and long yardage situations kept killing drives. The Broncos defense pitched a shutout the rest of the way, and the offense tacked on another score to finish 28-3. Bo Nix was 29 of 42, 326 yards, and 1 touchdown. Broncos offense were over 500 total yards. Broncos defense 0 points. God, man, that defense, I love it. I love it. We don't, Broncos and Chargers don't like each other. We rivals, but hey, man, I mean, I got to get credit where credit's due. They're playing great. They're playing great, man. Broncos defense allowed 0 points in the first drive. Jake Browning was around 50% passing, 226 yards. Jamar Chase, 5 catches. It was the 6th all-time in Bengals receptions. So congratulations, Jamar Chase. You know what I'm saying? And God, man, Jamar Chase is a freaking dog. Future Hall of Famer. The Bengals head coach Zach Taylor said, "There's never been a season where we didn't face adversity. Right now, our issue is discipline and finding our identity on offense." Quarterback Jake Browning said, "We didn't create momentum. Our defense held them scoreless in the second half, but we couldn't put points on the board." Jamar Chase said, "I'm always frustrated when we're losing. We have the talent, but right now we're facing adversity." So that's the story of Monday Night Football. Miami gets their first win, leaning on Darren Waller. Congratulations, Darren Waller, on your return. I'm proud. I'm happy for you. I always thought you was a really solid player, solid tight end. I saw you playing at the Raiders. You try giving the Chargers hell. And then their defense that forced 3 turnovers. Denver looks like a legit AFC threat. Yeah, they do. Congrats, Denver. I gotta give credit where credit's due. They steamrolled Cincinnati. I mean, now of course Cincinnati didn't have Joe Burrow, but the results probably could have been the same with that defense. It probably could have been the same. So I want to end this on saying to you all, I apologize for my cursing, but that just really pissed me off what Aqib said. I would never use a player as an injury as an example for what they do in their personal life, especially if I don't have all the facts. There are so many people in this world who do evil things, and they get away with it. And all of a sudden, we want to talk about karma and use this and personalize this situation in the game of football and talk about, oh, karma, football gods. There is no football gods. Don't buy into that media bullcrap. It's stupid. It's stupid. The hell with football gods. Like I said, there's only one God. And he makes all the decisions, and he makes decisions that sometimes we don't even understand and we don't even know about. So don't use that as an example. We don't know what happened with Tyreek Hill's situation. And I know a lot of people are knocking Tyreek Hill and attacking Tyreek Hill behind this, and we don't even have all the information and facts. Okay? And so, yeah, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not for domestic violence. I'm not saying domestic violence is okay. I never put my hands on a woman, and I never will. But at the same time, we don't know these people's relationships. We don't know what was being said, what was being done. We don't know. And women, and just be honest, dating women could be hell. It literally couldn't. So I mean, and that's same with that. We don't know, so we should shut the hell up about it. Plain and simple. That's what I'm saying. Okay, and especially if something devastating happens to somebody, we shouldn't be we're so high almighty. We're so self-righteous, especially somebody like Aqib Talib. We're so self-righteous. Yeah, these football guys, they don't play. All right, bro, keep that same energy if something happens to you. Because I know you're not perfect, bro. So if something happens to you, these football gods, man. No, forget football gods. God don't play. Okay? So keep that same energy. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. But I wish the best for Tyreek Hill. I hope Tyreek Hill comes back 10 times better. I'm praying for Tyreek Hill. I love Tyreek Hill. I don't know Tyreek Hill, but I love greatness, and I have a lot of respect for greatness. I look up to greatness. I study greatness. So if you're a great player, whether you play for my favorite team or not, I'm always rooting for you to keep doing extra. You keep doing better, because I want to be like you. You know what I'm saying? So let's see what happens, man. I'll keep y'all on Tyreek Hill watch. As a matter of fact, man, you know what I'm saying? I'll keep you guys updated on, on his status, his updates, what's going on with Tyreek Hill. I'll do my research, see what doctors are saying about him, everything, yada, yada, yada. And, hey, man, I do hope. I don't want to see him with the Dolphins again. I would like to see Tyreek Hill go to a team that can give him another chip. A really great organization, a really great team. I mean, no shots taken at Tua. Tua seems like a really great guy. I saw at the end of the game, he was giving all praise and worship to Jesus Christ. I love when players do that, and he seems like a very humble person, but he's just not the quarterback for Tyreek. He's just not it, and it's okay. Tua got paid. Tua's winning. He's winning his personal life. He ain't win on the football field, but he's winning his personal life. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, but I would like to see Tyreek Hill in his career on an awesome note. He's too talented of a wide receiver. Way too talented. And there was talk that he was one of the most talented wide receivers to have ever played the game. And he really is. I mean, he's like a short Randy Moss, man. Literally, he's like a short Randy Moss. He's tough. He's physical. We already know he's fast as hell. I mean, you get him out in open space, you can kiss goodbye, man. I wanted to see him put up the peace sign again when he's running for touchdowns. I want to see that again, man. Tyreek Hill is a Hall of Famer. He's a Hall of Famer in my book. He should definitely go down and he should definitely be a first ballot Hall of Famer. He did it in such a short amount of time. He did it in 7 years? And he had his best years in Miami with Tua. He didn't even have his best years with one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time. So, man, I wish the best for Tyreek, man. I want to see him come back. All right, so thank you all so much for watching, and we'll be back very soon. And all day, deuces. Peace. Yeah, and real quick, I don't want to. I want to take back saying, fuck the Broncos, okay? Because Broncos actually have some players, even though they're our rivals. Broncos do got some players on there that I love. You know, I've always been a huge fan of Pat Surtain. I like Bo Nix's grit. Always had respect for Sean Payton. But you know what I'm saying. But we just don't like each other. But I'm not gonna say like F the Broncos because I don't want to say like F any players because I have respect for all players. But you know, Akeem just had me. He had me up here, man. I'm just trying to keep it level headed. All right, deuces.